Hello! Hi everyone, how are you today? I am jumping on and I have no makeup on and it is almost 2 o'clock here in the UK and I have not put anything on yet. So I thought I would get on and just do this new eye look that I'm really loving and a couple other little quick things that I'm really liking right now. So I thought it'd be fun to share it with you guys and just do it live. So there you go. I will introduce myself first. I am Maya Laurent with Be Wildly Beautiful, and I love encouraging women to step out and live into their wild beauty. And I don't think makeup does that, but I do think if it can give a woman a little bit more of a confident boost, or she tries something new, that that is huge for what it can do for confidence. So I'm going to start with primer as always. I've actually already started by using my skincare this morning, but primer is going to be the first step in this other thing. So let me grab some of my primer as normal and put this on. I have a little bit on right there. You don't need much. This goes a long way. So I always put it in my 3 fingers and then rub it together, and then pay attention to, like, I want to call it, well, my forehead is big, so I can call it a big area, but pay attention to these areas where you know you're going to put everything underneath your eyes, and then I do a swipe really quick over my eyes. You don't want to, like, take that amount that I just said and just put it all over your eyes. Don't do that. You don't need that much right there. All right, put that off to the side. Let's start with our eyes. Okay, the color I'm going to start with is the Splurge Cream Shadow and the color Victorious. Let me show it to you after I get it off. It's like a creamy, I don't want to call it pink. It's a little bit of a pink undertone, but it's almost like a nude color. That's the color, the word I'm looking for. And this can be used by itself. I love using this by itself for a simple eye look. Or you can simply use it almost as a base too. So I'm going to use it more as a base today and show you a little trick with it as well. Hi, Vicki. Facebook is letting me see people sometimes when they sign on, but not all the time. And I think it's because of how I'm doing the video. But I feel like I'd rather do it this way than up and down, but oh well. So I'm going to take this, and I took it on my cream shadow brush and then kind of wiped it off a little bit in the lid. And I'm going to come in and I'm going to press it all over my lid. And you can see that color difference. It's just adding a little bit of color to my lid, but it's a really, really pretty. You guys have seen lots of pictures of me wearing just this because it's a simple everyday look. So yes, it's a cream shadow, but it is not going to crease. And I put it up on my brow bone just a smidge. It's not going to crease and it dries to a powder. So in a minute, I'll show you what I mean by that. Meaning that, like, once you let it dry, probably by the time I'm done with this, it'll be more of a powdery consistency and you can blend it really easily then. So I'm going to come in the corners and brighten up my eye a little bit right there. Put it all over my lid. Just like so. Doesn't have to be perfect because I'm going to go in and blend it. Then I'm going to take this same brush and I'm just going to go for whatever's in your lid. If it's brand new, you may not have this much product in your lid, but you will eventually. Okay, so I'm just grabbing and putting it on the very edges of that brush. And then I'm going to put it on my waterline to open up my eyes. Do you guys know what your waterline is? It is this part of your eye right here. So you'll see what I'm going to do. I'm going to come in. I might need to use my mirror for this, so let me look down a little bit and hopefully you guys can still see what I'm doing. I'm going to come in really lightly and just put it along my waterline. You see that just opens up my eye a little bit more right there than on this side. So I'm going to grab some on the lid again. You've seen me do this with white eyeliner. This has even more of a natural look with it because it's got that nude color. Ah, dropping things all over the place. Okay, so I'm going to come in and do this one. Hi, Molly. All right. There you go. It's just a little bit of an eye opener right there. Perfect. So that is the color Victorious that we used with the cream shadow. Now I'm going to come back in and blend out kind of some of those edges so they don't look harsh or anything like that. I'm just going to use a brush and come in and take that and blend out those a little bit. And then we'll add some more color to it. So you can see how that cream shadow then turned into powder that then you can move around. I think that's been my thing about cream shadow. I've always been a little bit scared of it because I I thought, ooh, once I put it on, it's like not moving anywhere. Not true, you can move this around. All right, so then for our next color, I have lost the color I was gonna use. I have too much makeup on my desk right now, you guys. I'm great, Molly, how are you doing? Hold on, I found it, okay, Angelic. So here's the color I'm gonna use. It looks a lot different on the camera right there. You can see that. It's like a buttery, creamy color. I'm gonna tap it into my lid, and then I'm gonna just grab my deluxe brush. And here's the key with the pigments. Put some on your brush, but you see how much is on there? Tap it off, you don't need that much. This stuff is gonna last you a long time. So I'm gonna come in, and now I'm gonna go back all over my lid, and I am going to just press down this color. If you get a little too much like you did right there, just use your fingers and you can take it off like that. Hey, Allie. All right, see, it's just like a pretty buttery color. Buttery color. Is that really a color? I think it is. Tapping again, come back in on this side, and come right here. Molly, is it sunny where you're at? We have beautiful sunshine here in London today. We've had it a lot this week. I think we're getting a little spoiled, which probably means it'll rain a bunch coming up, but I'm gonna enjoy it while we can. So then I'm going to use the color Provoked. This is almost, it's not red, it's not brown, it's somewhere in between. I guess we could call it clay color-ish. I don't really think that's it either. I don't know what to call it, but there you can see it right there. So I'm going to come in with this one, and I'm going to do something a little different. I know normally with my second color, I come in and I kind of do this area of my eye. I'm going to come in and actually bring it just above my crease and in my crease and blend it out a whole lot. So I'm gonna take this Provoked color, tap it off because you wanna do really lightly. There's a difference too. If you wanna put something on light, don't hold your brush like this. Come all the way down here and hold it like that. And I'll make you hold it a little bit less so it will help you not like be really forceful with the color. Oh, I'm sorry, it's raining. Boo, that's the norm here, so I totally get you. It's like a really pretty spring day here. I don't even know, as I'm looking, there's not a single cloud in the sky right now. I'm not sure that we're in London right now. So I'm coming in and doing this, pressing really lightly. And it might look a little weird right now, but we're gonna come back in and blend that out, don't worry. All right, you wanna still be able to see because you want your eyes to open up a little bit. And then I'm gonna come in after I get the piece of hair in my mouth. Oh, yuck, that's gross. Okay, come in and blend. So I'm gonna come in here and take my brush and just get like a nice fluffy brush and blend. If you're using the same brushes you were using, I know I get free makeup, so I have a lot of brushes. You can either take like a tissue and just wipe the brush off, or you can take a spritz of rubbing alcohol and do that as well. So I'm gonna go on here. Hi, Peyton. Sorry for those of you that have jumped on and I haven't been able to say hi to you. Facebook is only showing me a little bit of people when they jump on. So I'm blending that out. I'm just going, swooping all the way across here and bringing it just down a little bit. That's why you don't need much colors, because you can just blend it out to where you want it to be. So here's where I'm gonna do something a little bit different. This is what I love about when you can find a product that is versatile and you can use it for multiple things. I am all about multiple uses. I'm actually gonna use bronzer as eyeshadow right now. So I'm gonna take my not deluxe brush, I'm sorry, my contour brush. And the reason why it's contour, if you can kind of see, it's just shaped a little bit differently and then it's fluffy on the tip. And so it gives you more control. So I'm gonna grab my bronzer and I'm gonna grab a little bit of both sides and then tap it off. And this is gonna be my darker color in my V part right here. So I'm gonna come in and make a line down, and then I'm gonna come up and do this. So a lot of you have bronzer. This is the color Malibu. You could use any of them though. And I'm gonna come in and just darken that up. So this makes it like a really pretty brown, really pretty like spring color, I think. Make the V, come up. Don't worry, we're gonna come back and mess with that a little bit. And then we're gonna come back in and blend. You could go darker if you wanted to on that. I'm kind of going for like a really pretty light color. So go back in and blend that in, come back with it. And then same thing on the other side. It's always funny. I don't know why I think it's always funny to be on this and like blending makeup out. If you're just jumping on and joining, we are doing a full face. I'm just getting ready with you guys today. and using a couple different products in different ways than I normally do too. So for me personally, I want to add just a touch more shimmer back into the corner of my eye there. And so I'm going to go in with that angelic color one more time, tapping it off and just adding just a touch of brightness in the corner of my eye. So you can see it's just like a really, really pretty, simple eye. You guys see that? I am having some issues with my hair getting in my face right now. I totally need a haircut. We'll get there eventually. Okay. Next step is going to be some quick liner. So I thought I'd show you a quick tip with this. Hi, Terry. She is, I know she does have a great style using makeup. She is at the park with Daddy right now. The boys and her went to the park because it's super sunny and they're on break. For those of you that are in the UK, the kids get like a 2-week break. Some of you have that, I think, because you have year-round school. But it's really fun that they get 2 weeks. Here's the key with this. So, sharpened pencil. You probably can't tell if it's sharpened because my camera is not going on this. Hey guys, Casey. But I'm going to go in and I am going to go into my waterline on the upper part. Don't be scared of this. All you have to do is I'm going to come in and I'm going to go make, that's why you want to make sure you have sharpened. Hey Marcia. And you're going to come in and just line really gently the inside. This is what is great about this. When you put your mascara on, this is going to make your eyes pop even more, but it's adding just a little bit more dimension and you won't poke your eye out. Every time I say you won't poke your eye out, I think of the Christmas Story. Anyone with me on that? Don't poke your eye out, or however it goes. So you can see that added just a little bit. It's not a ton, it's just a little bit of a more natural look than having it on your actual upper lid. And that's why I like it. It's really hard to do while I'm talking though, so sorry for a minute. Okay, that's as simple as that. Perfect. So it adds just a little bit more dimension. If there are those of you that I know that are out there that feel like you want to add a little bit more, but you're like, I don't want to look like I'm wearing eyeliner, that's your key. Oh, sorry, should have told you the color. Color Proper. That's the brown, deep brown color. And now I'm going to use the color Prim. And I'm going to put it just on the corners of my eyes right here, really nice and light. Every time I hear Prim, I think of Hunger Games. And then I just take my finger and kind of just smudge it up a little bit. It'll smudge up when you first put it on, but then it stays put. It's not going anywhere. So what do we need? Woo! I do need this. We'll see if I can get it. Last step for the eyes before we move on to the rest of the face is mascara, of course. You gotta have some mascara on to make your eyes pop a little bit more. So I'm gonna do my gel, and then I'm gonna go back and do the fibers. So the easiest thing I do for this is blinking into it. And you can see already how much my eyelashes are coming out now. Not coming out, I don't mean actually coming out. That you can actually see I have eyelashes is what I was trying to say. So there are the eyelashes. So you put the gel on first, and that is what is going to give you some really, really pretty long lashes to work with. And you're going to add fibers, which you're going to add thickness and length. They're going to do both. And then you go back in and seal those fibers in with the gel. So I'm going to put my fibers on. And I'm going to bring them just about mid-lash and up. You see what that did right there? If you get some chunks, it's not chunks, you just have to wipe them off again with the thing. Just some fibers. And then go in, and I go in and like kind of touch up these corners too. Look at that. I'm not even done yet. All right, I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna let those fibers, this is what I tend to do. I'm gonna let the fibers adhere a little bit and then go in and do the other eye, and then I'll come back in and seal them. So here is the gel. I need to move my hair out of the way because once I get the gel on and my lashes get longer, my hair actually gets stuck in my lashes. I do not have that problem, but I do when I get this on. It's pretty amazing. All right, so here we go. Gel, gel, gel. And then if you want to get that in a little bit more on that side, you just bring in that tip of it. See, I can feel a piece of my hair is already stuck to this side of my, because it's gotten caught in my lashes. Who makes funny mascara faces? My kids love watching me put on mascara because they think it's so funny that I make funny faces. I'm trying not to do it while I'm on video. but I totally know I do it. All of us do it. So that is the funny thing. Okay, I'm going to come in and add the fibers now. You can go really light-handed with this. You don't have to be, what's the right word here? You don't have to be forceful with it. That's probably the right word. Really light-handed, handed is key. So back in to fill in the fibers, or not fill them in, I'm sorry. Seal them in. And you'll see I love this wand because when you can go and do those sides like that, it gives you this really pretty fluttery eyelash effect. So you can do one coat or you can do two coats. Because I'm doing a live right now, I'm just going to stick with one coat, but I typically then will put a second coat just on those outer lashes to make them have more of like a, like I said, the butterfly effect or a fluttery effect to your eyes when you blink. It's a really pretty thing to do. All right. Seal these in. And then on the bottom, I typically just do the gel instead of doing fibers. Because the gel alone for my bottom lashes really makes them long. It gets the look that I'm going for the bottom. And so that makes it super helpful. It makes it so I don't feel like I need to add in, look at that. I have lashes. So I'm gonna go on the bottom, add the gel right there. Can you guys hear the birds? I don't know if you can hear the birds outside. It really is like a beautiful spring day here. Okay, there we go. And see, I have another hair that is stuck to my face from it's stuck in my lashes right here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that is crazy. That does not happen. Doesn't happen. Flawless time. Let's add in our foundation. Okay, foundation brush. I'm gonna shake up my liquid foundation a little bit here. And then we're gonna add this in. So we've already done number one of our Flawless 4 is the primer. Now I'm gonna use the next two products. So I take this and I am going to add 4 drops. That's all I need right onto my brush. And then I'm gonna close my liquid gold is what they call it, so I don't spill it everywhere. And then I'm gonna come in and put it on my face and some dots. And then come in and really light-handedly, you don't have to do this like really forceful, really light-handedly. I move my hair just because it gets in my face. You don't have to do that. Or maybe you're one of the smart people that actually uses the clip while you put on makeup. You'd think I'd figure something out like that, but whatever. Okay, so I'm just coming in really light-handedly because you want it to cover and you want it to be there, but obviously you want it to like nice and smooth. I was just Skyping with somebody who had some makeup questions. And we were talking about how a lot of the makeup we've used in the past with the foundation, it feels like you have foundation on. You guys know what I'm talking about? Like you move your face and you can almost like feel a layer of makeup on. And this stuff feels really, really natural and you don't feel it on your face at all. It's super light and somehow it covers everything. I don't know how that works. It's magic. That's why it's called liquid gold. Okay, that part's done. Woo! Hold on. We're throwing the concealer. All right, last part of the Flawless 4 is the concealer, and I am always forgetting to grab a couple of these things here. So, concealer goes a long way. You don't need much of it all. Little dab, that's all. Little dab will do. And then I put it in between my fingers and warm it up for a second, just so it's really nice and creamy then. And then I come in, and what kind of color you want for your concealer is going to depend on what you're trying to do. For me, I want to cover up those darker lines, not darker lines, but just the darkness underneath my eyes. But if you've got blemishes and stuff that you're trying to cover up, you may want to use something a little bit different. So this would be the time. I'm actually going to let this warm up and I'm going to show you what I would do with my eyebrows while that warms up. So this is the Brow Obsession palette. I think that what you see is actually backwards. Sorry. And I am going to come in and use this on my brows to show you how easy it is to fill in your brows. So it has them numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you know exactly what order to go in and there's no confusion. And I am using this brush that is the Brow Artist brush. So there's 2 sides to it here. Except for, am I using the right side? Yes. So I first go in with the lightest color, depending what shade you're getting. Like this is the medium one, but there's a light and there's a dark as well, depending on your eyebrow color. I go with the lightest color and I just fill in this part. If you're joining now, I'm just putting on my makeup for the first time today and thought I would show you guys what I'm doing. Just like a simple spring pretty look here. So filling in that, and then there's this number 2 is going to be your darker color, and this is what I come in and I line really nice and light, line the edges with, come right here and line the edges, and then I have some spots. This is where this becomes helpful. Some spots right in here and on these edges too that just need a little bit of help because they're little sparse for some reason. I don't know why. I think it might be age. I don't want to admit that, but it's all right. And if you make a mistake, this stuff is great for blending and everything, so you don't have to feel like you've just overcommitted to something if you make a little bit of a mistake. So I'm going in and adding some right there, and then we'll go in and we'll blend all this together in a moment. So filling in, and then you can take that brush you just used, or I really love using this brush, and just brushing that all in so it looks really nice and natural. Just like so. And then to open up your eyes a little bit, that's what these other ones are for. I have a piece of the brush stuck in this. Let me grab it. Okay, so that's what this pink is going to go on, and it's going to look more of like a flesh color. And I'm going to take that just underneath my eyebrow. So I'm going to come in and just dab it in right there, and then flip the brush and do the same thing here. And then I'm going to grab number 4, which is going to be your highlight color. And that is the part that's going to make your eyes open up a whole lot right here. So this is going to go where the arch of your eyebrow is. Some of you have really, really pretty arched eyebrows. Mine are a little bit more straight across just because that is how, but I'm going to still go in there and open up my eyes a little bit right there. And then I always kind of tap the brush off a little. And this last step is wax. So it has a bit of a tint to it, but it also has clearness, and that's going to help keep any unruly eyebrow stuff out of the way and where it needs to be. There we go. And I'm going to come in. I see one little spot that I missed. Fixed. All right. There's the eyebrows. It's time to go back to the concealer. I'm going to use the Blending Bud, and I'm going to spray it a little bit with rose water, which is like my versatile thing I use for toner and everything else. And I'm going to come in with the corner, and I'm going to just start pressing down and over. And I get in that corner too because I have darkness in there as well. So I am using my concealer to brighten up my eyes and to help conceal darkness. So that's what I'm using mine for. Right now I don't have blemishes, but there are times that I do. And I would use a little bit of a different shade for that because it's doing a different thing. So this is brightening my skin right here. All right. Okay, a couple more steps and we're done. I'm going to come in and I'm going to use just a little bit of blush because when you use the liquid foundation, it's so amazing that it just balances everything out. But I feel like then you need a little bit more dimension back into your face. So I am going to add in the blush and then move it up and then add the blush here, move it up. Here's where, again, I was saying I'm using a couple products that you can do double things with. So that angelic color, you guys have seen me doing the highlight thing recently. You can do this with this as well. So you just tap a little bit of the color into the lid, and then you can use your fingers for this. That's all you really, you could use a brush if you wanted to, but I'm gonna put a little bit on the tip of my finger and then I'm gonna rub it a little bit because I don't want it too much. And then you're gonna find the top of your brow, or brow bone. This is your brow bone, this is your cheekbone. And bring that in. Do you see how that just added a little bit of light to my face right there? It's so pretty. Okay, I'm gonna come in and do that again on this side and then just add that in here. And it adds just a different dimension. That's why this highlighting thing I think is so popular right now, because it just brings lightness into your face right there. I have one thing left. I have my lips. Since this is kind of like a neutral look, actually I don't, I'm sorry, I forgot this. To set all this, I'm gonna use the setting powder, and this is translucent, so it's not gonna change anything I've just put on, but it's gonna make everything just stay put. Of course, it's gonna be like I'm at the end and there's a motorcycle or something, and I'm really lightly gonna put this all over everything. And this gives you just a really nice flawless finish. Can you guys hear that motorcycle? Lovely. Okay, now my lips. Now we'll do the lips. I'm gonna line my lips with the color Prudent, and I forgot to sharpen it, so let me sharpen it really quick. And Prudent is going to be a really neutral look. So I'm going to come in and just line your natural lips. You don't need to go outside of it. And you'll see you can barely see this color on my lips because this is really close to the skin color or the lip color of my skin. Sorry, of my lips. Right, and like so. You can see it's lined right there though. And then coming on the bottom. There we go. And then I am going to use the color Affluent. Can we show you what my daughter has done to it though? I swear, I love letting her play makeup. But this is starting to get annoying. So I'm gonna use a lip brush just because I don't want to break that off completely. But this would be what a 2-year-old does to lipstick. So maybe don't have your 2-year-old play with your lipstick and you'll be fine. So I'm gonna use a lip brush instead to get that color onto my lips. And go in and just add the color really pretty in here. And then I'm gonna put a touch of gloss on the top, I think, to give just a little bit of shine. So this Affluent color, again, for me, it's really close to the color of my lips, but it's just a little bit of enough lip color that I like it for a natural look. Sorry, it's hard to talk with putting lip color on. And the nice background music of a motorcycle. Sorry about that. Okay, so that's the Affluent by itself. But I'm gonna add just a touch of the color Lucid to the top, just to give a little bit of shine. And you don't even need that much. Like I'm literally gonna wipe off some of the gloss and then put it on top, like so. There you go. So there is a really pretty everyday look with using a couple of products like the bronzer and the pigment I use for 2 different things. I didn't put bronzer on, but you could put it on your face as well. And then of course, I use the Flawless 4. Let me grab, oh, here he goes. He's gonna be really loud now. There he goes. He's leaving now. Okay, the Flawless 4 is the other part that is got this look that is amazing. Primer, brush, liquid foundation, or liquid gold, whichever you want to call it, and the concealer as well. Flawless 4. So there you go. There's my makeup today. Thanks for getting ready with me. And if you are just now jumping on, go back to the beginning and you can see what I did and what I used to get this look, and I'll also make sure to post a photo later today and kind of give you the details of it too. So thank you so much for joining me for this. And again, if you're jumping on, go back to the beginning, check it out, and I hope that you guys, not hope, but I would love for you guys to live into your wild beauty today and encourage another woman in it too. Just stop her, maybe tell her she's beautiful or she did really good on something, and just encourage another woman to step into her wild beauty today too. And I will see you guys later. Hope the sun is shining where you are, and if not, that it is tomorrow. Bye.